the strongest in-school effect is in the hands of the teachers. The attributes the students bring to the class is the biggest source of variance. And after that is the teachers by a long way and the school leaders. And that also means we have to look at the variability amongst the teachers, and certainly the highest influences, those that dominate those above average influences, relate to the professionalism of the teacher, relates to the teacher expertise. So the major message that I want to get across is asking school leaders to have the courage to reliably identify those teachers that are having that high impact, form a coalition around them, and then invite the others to join. And what I want those great teachers to do is to think more aloud, because it's not what teachers do that matters, it's how they think about what they do. I want them to critically appraise each other, because that's what's making a difference in so many powerful schools. Well, the first comment is the one about class size, and there's now been many studies coming up similarly with a very low effect. And the answer turns out to be that when teachers are in classes, say, of 30 to 40, and then they go to classes of, say, 15 to 20, and they teach the same way, it's no surprise that the effect hardly changes. And that's typically what happens. Quite frankly, if a system wants to reduce class sizes, then teachers should be trained, go to learning to find out how they can be different, to optimize what we all know should be the effects of smaller class sizes. It's when teachers are willing to work together to evaluate their impact that has the greatest effect on the students. It's those attributes, and it comes down many times to that key core skill of, can a teacher stand in the shoes of other teachers and understand their viewpoint, and then can they stand in the shoes of their students and understand what it means for them in their classrooms. Like, we always talk about teaching. Quite frankly, I don't care about teaching. I care about the impact of teaching. One of the largest effects is when, as I mentioned earlier, when teachers work together evaluating their impact. And we do need those teachers who are having that big impact to be the ones that are kind of brought to the fore. Their voices. We look at each other's progress, because it's through progress you get to achievement. I care that these great teachers that we're talking about are in many senses, they're nosy. They want to know, Anna, how you're thinking. They want to know what your blocks are, what your barriers are. They want to know how you go about struggling, because learning is hard work. Learning is a struggle. Learning is something where you make lots of mistakes. And so, is it okay to make mistakes in this classroom? So you can see teachers who create classroom climates of safety to take on challenges, who know their students and the willingness for them to take on challenges. They can listen to their students' thinking and are able to get their students to think aloud so they can hear the process of learning. That expectations of parents is the most powerful family variable of all. So those expectations of the parents, particularly in the lines with the expectations of the teachers in the school. And those expectations of what you expect from your student often drive your behaviour.